So you're an independent physician. Chances are you got into this whole thing to practice medicine your way, right? To build something you could really be proud of. But there's this hidden struggle that comes along with that dream, a kind of silent crisis that happens after everyone else has gone home. It's a problem that boils down to one simple, maybe even uncomfortable question.
I mean, really think about it. Your last workday. How much of that time was spent actually treating patients versus, chasing pre-authorizations, sorting out billing questions, or finishing up your notes while your family was already asleep? If you're thinking it's way, way less than you'd like, you're definitely not alone. That feeling of being pulled in a million different directions, it's real.
And this relentless grind, it actually has a name. Let's call it the family tax. Because that's what it is, isn't it? It's the real cost of all this inefficiency. It's not just a part of the job, it's an undeclared tax on the very life you're working so hard to build. So the big question is, where is this tax even coming from?
Well, it's definitely not from a lack of effort or passion, that's for sure. The real root of the problem is something we call the operational ceiling. And here's the crazy paradox. Your greatest strength, your unique expertise, has actually become the very thing holding your practice back.
This creates what's known as a single point of dependency. Think about it. When every complex question, every single exception to the rule has to run through you, you're not just leading the practice anymore, you are the practice. And one person can only do so much. So progress just grinds to a halt until you can step in and give the answer. You become the bottleneck. And this isn't just about feeling exhausted. This bottleneck has a massive, tangible cost. Get this, a staggering 25%, a full quarter, of all healthcare spending in the US is just lost to administrative waste. For every $4 spent on care, one is basically thrown away on inefficiency. That personal family tax you're paying, it's just a tiny symptom of this enormous systemic failure.
And then there's the number that should honestly keep you up at night. Up to $1 million. That's the potential price tag to recruit, train, and replace just one physician who leaves because of burnout. Wow, it's a catastrophic financial hit. And suddenly, this isn't just about your personal well-being, it's about the fundamental survival of the very practice you've built.
So, all of this leads us to a different kind of question. If you, the person, are the bottleneck, how in the world do you scale your decision-making without having to be physically there for every single choice? Now, I know what you might be thinking. Oh, great, here comes the pitch for some generic AI chatbot. And you know what? You are absolutely right to be skeptical. We've all seen the headlines about AI just making things up. But look at this distinction here. It's so important. A generic chatbot, it just guesses from the public web. A digital clone reasons from your secure private data. One is a total black box. The other is completely transparent and auditable. Big difference.
For any of this to work, safety is absolutely crucial. A really robust system would operate on a framework of principles, something we can call PACT. Privacy is non-negotiable. Your data stays locked in a vault, period. Accountability means shared risk with a signed BAA. Citations are key, so every answer links right back to your specific protocols. And transparency means no black boxes. You can see the logic behind every single decision. So what is a digital clone really? Think of it like this. It's a custom-built AI that learns and models your unique clinical logic, your professional sentiment, even your core values. It's not just some tool. It's a secure extension of your clinical mind. It is, quite literally, your brain in a box.
And getting this set up shouldn't add to your workload at all. The whole process really should be a white glove service. All you do is provide the raw material, your existing notes, your lectures, your protocols. The AI does the heavy lifting, analyzing all that data, extracting your unique logic, and then building that secure clone that reasons just like you do. Okay, so the concept is clear and it's pretty cool. But what does this actually do for your practice's bottom line, right? How do you measure the return on investment for getting your time and your life back? Let's dig into the financial impact.
Let's start with time. Practices using this kind of system see a validated 30% reduction in their administrative burden. That's nearly a third of the paperwork, the phone calls, the chasing things down, just gone. And this isn't just about feeling less busy. It's about converting those hours directly into more patient appointments or, and this is just as important, buying back those missed family dinners. Next up, let's talk about something painful, revenue leakage. A huge percentage of claim denials come from simple documentation errors. Well, this system acts as a safeguard, and it can achieve an 80% reduction in those denials by making sure everything is consistent before it even gets submitted. It completely flips the model from chasing down denials to preventing them from ever happening in the first place.
So, what does all of this add up to? How about a validated 15% increase in total practice revenue, often within the first 4 months? By just eliminating waste and capturing the full value of the amazing care you're already providing, the system directly drives top-line growth, and you don't even have to see a single extra patient to do it.
But this is about so much more than just efficiency or even revenue. It's about fundamentally changing your role within the practice you built. It's about moving from being trapped in the day-to-day to truly leading it.
I mean, just look at the difference here. Before, you're the operator, constantly interrupted, always the bottleneck, completely stuck working in the business. But afterwards, you become the architect. You're empowering a confident team, you're designing the very logic of your practice, and you are finally free to lead the business and focus on what truly matters.
So this really leaves us with one final question. And it's not just about efficiency. It's about your future. Are you ready to stop paying that family tax and finally become the architect of the practice you always dreamed of building? If the answer is yes, then we would love to talk. Go ahead and schedule a complimentary discovery call with our team. We can explore together how to build a system that achieves true operational sovereignty for you and for your practice.